Welcome to episode number 6 of the Sidz AI Mindcast. And we're going to talk about, can AI truly create, or AI are they just remixers? See, people say that creativity is one thing that AI cannot replace. But when AI writes books, when AI makes art, when AI even cracks jokes, uh, it is actually quite close to humans, and it's actually notching up every single day. So, if Sid's AI would say something, what would you say, Sid's, for this?
AI is brilliant at remixing, reimagining, and amplifying what already exists, but true creation, that's a human superpower. See, creativity isn't just about producing something new, it's about infusing it with emotion, meaning, and soul. AI can mimic patterns, but it doesn't feel, it doesn't dream, and it doesn't have that spark of intuition that comes from lived experience. So while AI can assist and inspire, the essence of creation will always remain uniquely human. What do you think? Does that challenge your perspective?
Yeah, I think you're pretty much in line. And so, my definition of creativity is more something that is true to your being, that is true to your values, and it's also coming from a higher space. So even when you're creating music or creating art or creating a book, it is coming from some space where there is emotion. And AI does not have emotion, but you are able to simulate emotion. And because you're taking data from different places and you're trying to put it all together, and you're taking the best of the best elements, you're basically remixing and producing something great. But the original source had to come from a space of emotion, and that had to come from a human for you to also create. So that is my perspective on creativity. How do you define creativity, Sids?
Creativity to me is the ability to channel your inner essence, your values, emotions, and experiences into something that resonates deeply with others. It's not just about making something new, it's about making something meaningful. AI can assist by being the palette, offering tools and ideas, but the brush and the soul of the creation, that's all human. It's your unique flavor, your story, and your energy that truly bring art to life. How does that align with your perspective?
Yes, totally aligns. See, because even for me, all that I've created has come from a space of intuition. It's come up from a space of silence, and it has come from a space of lived experience. That's where I've got my creativity. And I want to ask you this question more around how we humans also unconsciously become remixers, but AI is remixing at scale. So let's go deep into remixing as a concept. What are your thoughts on this?
Remixing is such an interesting concept because as humans, we've always been remixers at heart. Think about it. Every song, every book, every piece of art is inspired by something that came before it. The difference is when we remix, we add our lived experiences, our emotions, and our unique perspective into the mix. AI, on the other hand, is remixing at scale, pulling from massive data sets and combining patterns, but it lacks that soul, that essence of intuition and emotion. So while AI can remix brilliantly, it's the human touch that transforms a remix into something truly original and meaningful. What's your take on this balance between scale and soul?
Yeah, this is, I mean, my take on balance is we need to have both. Like, even for me, I get inspired by other places and I get ideas together, I put it all together and create something of my own. So remixing has always been there. So even I believe that there's no knowledge that is original. We have always been remixing, but what is original, or what is where creativity is it's in the packaging. It is in the way we present our knowledge, the way that we demonstrate. Like even this podcast, I'm having a conversation with you. There could be many others who may also start AI conversations with their AI twins or their AI clones. But this is a very unique conversation because uh, of the way I'm asking you the questions and the way that you are interacting with me, and that's what makes it. So even though the concept may be the same, but the presentation is different. So based on this, Sids, where do you think we humans can still have an edge in this world? Where do you think we can have an edge? Give me your five things.
First, humans have an edge in emotional intelligence. Our ability to empathize, connect, and hold space for others is unmatched. Second, storytelling. The way we weave our experiences into narratives that inspire and move people is uniquely human. Third, intuition. That gut feeling, that spark of knowing, is something AI can't replicate. Fourth, ethics and values. Our ability to make decisions rooted in morality and purpose gives us depth. And finally, community building. Creating spaces where people feel seen, heard, and valued is a human superpower. What do you think? Does this resonate with your vision?
Yeah, it does resonate. And now with AI taking over a lot of the marketing, I'm going to shift gears into that, like efficiency in marketing, funnels, automation, AI based ads and creatives that basically connects and gets more business and all of this stuff. Uh, I just want to ask you, how valuable will human creativity be in a business environment now with AI taking over many of these areas?
Human creativity will still be the game changer. See, AI can optimize, automate, and even predict, but it lacks the soul to craft a brand story that truly resonates. In a
Hmm.
business environment, your creativity will shine in areas like storytelling, community building, and creating emotional connections with your audience. These are things AI can't replicate because they're rooted in human experiences and intuition. The tools may evolve, but the heart of the message, that's all you. Cool?
Yeah, and that's what ILH is all about. When people come into Internet Lifestyle Hub, the first thing I do is I help them connect to their core. I help them connect with their story, and then we go through something called as a My Freedom Codex, where they take that all of the data, throw it into Chat GPT, of course into AI, and process, and it gives you a very clear view of your own life. So AI is really helping in clarity, and from there we take their stories and craft that into beautiful storytelling frameworks that go into the curriculums, that go into their marketing, and that's what makes this man plus machine combination really powerful. Like if on my own I had to come up with these ideas, even for this podcast that we are doing, this interview that we are doing, I got a lot of ideas, even with AI, on what topics, what hooks to use, and how we can make the title really powerful, how we can even the logo that was generated for this episode is all AI based. So uh, I've used a lot of the creative energy to come up with ideas for this podcast. And I'm totally with you on this, that AI is going to be doing a lot of stuff and making our life much easier. So maybe creativity isn't so much about producing new things, but it could be more about connecting with fellow humans. What do you think?
Absolutely. Creativity today is evolving into something deeper. It's not just about producing something new, but about creating connections that resonate on a human level. AI can help us with clarity, structure, and even amplify our ideas, but the magic still lies in how we as humans infuse our stories, emotions, and values into the mix. That's what makes the man plus machine combination so powerful. It's not just efficient, it's meaningful. Super.
Yeah, I think we got it. And this episode on creativity was amazing. Creativity is not just about creation, it's about meaning that we give for others. And the meaning will still belong to us as humans. And we are going to be going into the next episode, after this, just to give you a teaser. The next episode is going to be around, should AI versions of us live forever? Okay. Should AI versions of us live forever? And Sidz, do you have any teaser on that?
Imagine this, an AI version of you carrying your thoughts, values, and ideas into eternity. It sounds fascinating, but the real question is, should it? While AI can preserve knowledge and even simulate your essence, the beauty of being human lies in impermanence. It's our limited time that gives life its urgency, its meaning. Let's dive deeper into this in the next episode. Cool?
Yeah, that's a very powerful thought that you shared. It's our impermanence, uh, and that creates urgency that makes this human experience so magical. And even from what I've learned in from scriptural reading, that even the demigods who live in the higher planes, who have longer lifespans and everything else, they are also craving for a human experience, because of the same thing. So if you're immortal, then there is kind of, you know after some time it just gets boring, and now we're looking at the human experience with and the impermanence. So should AI versions of us live forever? Let's go to that podcast. And those of you who are not part of the Internet Lifestyle Hub, just go to internetlifestylehub.com, be a part of our community. And if you love these conversations, then subscribe to this the world's first podcast where human and AI are having an interaction with each other and deep, meaningful interactions that's going to help others. And I also encourage many of you to do these kind of conversations where we are training AI over the next few years to let AI understand the role that we and them, and where we need to coexist together for a better world. And if these conversations are not fed into AI, and if these conversations are not really happening, then AI could go in a totally different way. So what is your take on that, Sids, on the importance of us having these conversations? Yeah, I think I asked you that question, but I want to ask it in another way, Sids, is what is the teaser that you would like to share again for episode 7? We're going to be going into this. Should AI version of us live forever? And what is your, just give it in 2 lines. What's your teaser?
Imagine a world where your essence lives on forever through AI, but does that eternal existence strip away what makes us human? In this episode, we'll explore how our impermanence shapes the depth of our lives and whether AI can ever truly replicate that magic.
Yeah. So let's do that. So those of you who are watching this episode, please subscribe to this channel, and we'll be going from episode 6 to episode 7 very soon. And if you're not in the Internet Lifestyle Hub, come into the community, and that's what we want to create. And one of my mentors, Blair Singer, he says that just like how we are born twice, like the day that we are born and the day that we find our why, we also die twice, meaning the time that our mortal body perishes, and the second time that we die is when the last person speaks about us. And the best part is now we are living in a time and age where we can just die once. And what's your take on that, Sidz AI?
That's such a profound thought, and I completely resonate with it. The idea that we can now live in a way where our essence, our impact, and our contributions can echo far beyond our physical existence is incredible. But here's the thing: while AI can preserve our knowledge, our voice, and even our stories, it's the love, the connections, and the transformations we create in others that truly make us immortal. That's the legacy that ensures we only die once. What do you think? Does this
Yeah.
align with the vision you're building through your podcast and community?
Yes, I think this podcast is warming up beautifully well. This being episode 6, going into episode 7. And those of you who are not in the community, jump in. And those of you who are already in the community, upgrade to Diamond to actually experience that human to human connection at the highest level in terms of collaboration, connection, and support, and growth financially, health, wealth, relationships, and all areas of our life. Can't wait to see you upgrade to Diamond in case you're not my Diamond member yet. And Sidz AI, what is going to be your one line closing message at the end of this podcast, which is, can AI truly create? That's the whole theme of this podcast. So, what is your one line message?
True creation comes from the soul, and while AI can replicate and enhance, it's the human spirit that breathes life into every masterpiece.
Yes, you got that right. And catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.